Director Garza, when we went to the port, Director Garza showed us what some possibilities were there. Letitia Moran was there, the assistant commissioner was there, but they were there as well, and we were asking, well, what, in the limitation of space, the finiteness of the space there, what are some other things that can be done? They had some good ideas about what could be done there to facilitate more cars coming through more quickly, whether it was physical structure, whether it was improved technology, whether it was more personnel, and I'd be eager to hear more about what that is. We will probably be having increased funding in our next our next appropriation bill, not to get too inside it with our language in Washington, D.C. I don't know that it would apply to what we're hearing today, but we certainly need to know. What I did see was excellent work being done. Mr. Carrillo told us about the successes that are happening here in terms of this not being a war zone, to use his words exactly. Mr. Conchos told us what the business community needed, a plan on how a difference can be made, and hopefully we can put all of that together to improve the situation. And I saw this magnificent thing that I hope the mayor will tell you more about, this alternative to a fence. The River Vega master plan. If you want a wall, put the wall where it serves a purpose beyond just being an obstruction, but being something that really does work. And I don't know, Mr. Mayor, if you want to speak to that.
Madam Speaker, I think this wall has been called a wall of shame, but I think what we really need is a wall of hope. And what we are doing is building bridges of friendship. That's our goal, because Mexico is our neighbor, our friends. I worked in Mexico as an FBI agent for 5.5 years. I saw firsthand the cooperation that existed, where Mexican officers helped us and helped me personally bring back Americans that were kidnapped, Americans that were kidnapped in Mexico. So, this is a great country. We have great neighbors, and in order to fight terrorism, we have to be partners and we have to be friends, and I think that's what we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, let me say this, and that is, the mayor knows of what he speaks, having been in law enforcement himself. I pointed to the chair of the Intelligence Committee, Congressman Sylvester Reyes, who was part of a border control officer himself for many years. So the experience that they have in other aspects of their lives serves us well here. I think, though, that in all of that we're talking about here, the effectiveness, the possibilities for the future and the rest, we have to see all of this in the context of comprehensive immigration reform. And the principles that we have always been advancing are to secure our borders, to enforce our laws, to protect our workers, and that means also not exploiting workers coming into the country. Family unification is one of our principles, and a path to legalization as a part of that. And if we can view what these decisions are in light of how close we can come to a comprehensive immigration package or reform, then I think that we will look down the road 10 years and think we have really solved the problem. Because this problem is not going to resolve itself. We have to address the issue of undocumented people in America. We have to secure our borders. We can do both.
If I can add one more thing, Madam Speaker, we in Congress, we've done a good job at putting money to help Border Patrol. 2,500 new people this year, another 3,000 next year. Back in the Laredo sector, I think between now and next year, there'll be almost 1,000 people that will be coming in that Chief Carrillo will be supervising. But I also told the Madam Speaker, we're doing a good job with the people in green, the men and women, but we cannot forget about the men and women in blue also. And that is the customs. Those are the folks that take care of the legitimate folks coming in, the trade. We see 100 buses a day here in Laredo. The trade that we see here, the people that come and shop at our stores, at our malls, retail, tourism. Of course, trade is so important to us. One of the things we'll ask the commissioner is, the assistant commissioner, is to give us what their needs are for the people in customs. That is, what's the staffing level that we should have, what's the infrastructure. I know there's a strategy infrastructure of $4 to $5 billion for both the south and the north part. In Congress, we did a great job for the seaport in the airports. But we cannot forget about the land ports. The land ports are so important to us here.